Alright, so today we're talking about disjoint or overlapping events, okay? It's pretty easy. Seth? So, if it is a disjoint, then the two events don't affect each other at all, okay? An example, okay?
Are you sure you're on page 160?
No, 171. 171. 171. Okay? Cooper. Boys. Girls. Okay, so here's the deal. Disjoint or overlapping. So if they're disjoint, they're completely unrelated. Does that make sense? Disjoint, they're completely unrelated. For example, you have a dice. You're going to roll a dice, right? And then what you want to do is a six-sided dice. You've got either an even number or a prime number, okay? Now let's think about this. Even numbers, vent A, P of A. So what are the even numbers on a dice? 2, 4, and 6, right? Okay, prime. Wait, prime. Prime. What are my prime numbers? 1 is not a prime number. 2, 3, and 5. Now, so if I take a look at this, they share a number, don't they? They share a number. So these are overlapping. These are overlapping. And because they're overlapping, we don't want to count the 2 twice, right? So the probability of rolling either this or this really comes down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 choices. Again, watch. See, there's 6 up here, right? But we can't count the 2 twice. So there's really 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We subtracted out the extra 2. So the probability of this would be 5 out of 6, right? Right? Because the 2 you don't count twice. You have to subtract out the extra 2, okay? Now, event B. You're going to either roll a 2 or 4 or an odd number. So let's see. P of A would give us a 2 or a 4, right? And the P of B would be a 1, 3, and a 5, right? These are completely disjoint. They don't have anything in common. This is disjoint. So the probability is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6. So what I did is I added the probabilities, didn't I? I had my 2 out of 6 plus my 3 out of 6 made my 5 out of 6. On the other one, I went my 3 out of 6 plus my 3 out of 6, and I subtracted out 1 out of 6 because that was the overlap. Now if I turn the page, you're going to see the formula. And you guys saw in the last quiz, the formulas came in handy. So if I turn the page. Before I turn the page, I want you to listen. If you have disjoint probabilities, you simply just add the probabilities. I know that I had a 2 out of 6 to win, plus the 3 out of 6 to win made a 5 out of 6. If they overlap, I took the 3 out of 6 plus the other 3 out of 6, but since they have a common 2, I had to subtract out that 1 out of 2, or 1 out of 6, so I subtracted out the extra 2, and I still got 5 out of 6. Now, if we turn the page, we're going to see that as a formula, okay? So I turn the page, and let's go straight to their formulas, okay? Here are the formulas on page 173. You guys see it? 173? Okay? 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 Now, if the two probabilities, if they overlap, then you took the probability of A plus the probability of A, and then you subtracted out what they had in common. Okay? So our dice, are you listening? My dice. Dice game 1. Dice game 1. They had a common 2. So you took out the 2, you didn't count it twice. Probability of A plus probability of B minus what they had in common, right? gave us our 5, 6. If they're disjoint, I mean they don't overlap, you just took the probability of A plus the probability of B. Okay? There it is. Probability of A, probability of B. Okay, so let's write this down in the notes, okay? So if they are going to, one more time, we're going to roll dice. Okay? Roll dice. I want you to watch this one more time. I'm being redundant, but you'll see how it works, okay? I want to roll. I want to roll and even, or I want to roll a prime, okay? They overlap. They overlap because this one has the set of 2, 4, 6 on a single dice. Boy, stop talking. This one has a 2, 3, and a 5. If they overlap, you don't count it twice. So the rule says, take the probability of A, which is 3 out of 6. Take the probability of B, which is 3 out of 6, okay? We're going to add them, so we're going to go 3 out of 6 plus 3 out of 6, and we subtract out what they have in common. And they have a 2, 1, 2 out of 6 in common, which should make 5 out of 6. Now, if they are disjoint, and I've done this, but I'm going to do it again. If they're disjoint, watch. Probability of a even and probability of an odd. Okay? Okay, that'll work. Okay? No, I don't want to do odd. I'm just going to say probability of a 3 or a 5. Okay, there we go. Okay? Do they overlap? Do they overlap? Are there any 3s or 5s in this set? No. Is there a 2, 4, 6 in this set? So this one's going to be my 2, 4, 6. This one's going to be my 3 and my 5, right? They don't overlap at all. They do not overlap. So it's the probability of A, which is 3 out of 6. Probability of B, which is a 2 out of 6. And we add them together. So our probability is just going to be 3 out of 6 plus 2 out of 6, which is 5 out of 6. Now, before I stop, Ben, go outside, please, now. Cannot handle that at all. And I've got you on tape. Maybe I need to get Mom and Dad in here to listen to it, huh?
No.
Yes.